And I'll pass the floor to our Madam President Patricia. Yeah.
Thank you so much to our very, very diligent SAA. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give yourself a big round of applause. Big round of applause for spending your time here with all of us. We believe this 1 hour in your life can be very meaningful and insightful as we focus ourselves on self-growth today, especially with a very powerful theme, the power of intuition. Before that, it's always an honor for me to invite all of you to on your screen so that our beautiful VPPR, Patsy Wu, is going to capture everybody on the screen because understand some of you may have to leave early. So with this, over to you, Patsy, to take our photo and kindly turn on your video if it is convenient. Over to you, Patsy.
Thank you very much. Okay, are you ready for this beautiful Monday? So please switch on. I'm going to just count 1, 2, 3. One photo only. Have a beautiful smile to welcome your Monday. 1 and 2, 3. Great, beautiful shot. Back to you, Patricia.
Thank you. So I believe there are 15 of us here in a beautiful Monday afternoon, wherever you are. For all of you, I deeply adore your presence and thank you for attending. As a matter of fact, I can really feel the state of Suntory right now. Yes, I'm using the word of the day already because Suntory is actually a state whereby we get to transcend all our busyness, our disturbing thoughts, and really come to enjoy the calmness. Most importantly, why we are here, investing in our self-growth. While investing, I know some of you are also serving as role players. I want to give a shout to Tanisa, to Wendy, to Deanna, to Alif, to Patsy, to Daphne, certainly to Suisin, who have helped us to make our meeting possible. And it's also our culture to welcome all our guests, especially Sherry. I have not been able to welcome you. And certainly our members, Sabine, Vicky, and Damon, who have been away for some weeks right now. And we are so happy that you are back with us. And certainly our new member and our hopefully new member, Anna, perhaps in the future. And Alicia, thank you so much for showing up. And let's give ourselves a big round of applause and welcome our Toastmaster of the day, Tanisa, who is so close to my heart because certainly she understands the meaning of intuition and she has actually taught me the power of intuition. It's only when we are aware that we can actually tap into this power of intuition, you never know, your life can be life-changing. With this, my honor to hand the control over to Tanisa Uy, who is actually a certified coach. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the control over to Tanisa. Take it away.
Thank you so much, President Patricia. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to the 190th meeting of Advanced #ArdentSpeakers. My name is Tanisha, and I will be your Toastmasters of the day. Now, I'm going to do a brief introduction of my meeting theme for today, which is Power of Intuition. Now, Power of Intuition is all about inner knowing and to understand, to reach that high level of Satori that each and every human being can have. Now, I'd like to ask everyone to do this for me. I'm going to ask you to type into the chat box in one word, what intuitively comes to you at this moment. So I'm going to say a word and you're going to flirt me in the chat box what comes to your mind in one word. So the word is ocean. Let's see what replies do I get. If I say ocean, what is your reply in the chat box, please? Anyone? Satori, intuition. Blue, calmness, fish, broad, lives. Thank you so much, everyone. So thanks so much for participating in this and to give you an idea what intuition is all about. Basically, I'll give you the scientific reason of why I did that. Wide open. Thank you so much. From all the way from Taipei. Thank you. Okay, so did you know that intuition is part of our brain chemicals? Like in one part of our brain, we have about 100 over brain chemicals and it controls the rest of our body. So we have 100 over brain chemicals, and this one chemical is called serotonin. And serotonin is linked directly from your brain all the way to your gut, which means we have at least 95 to 97% intuition inside of us that helps us know when to trust someone or when to escape from danger. So I hope that we will find our Satori, inner Satori, to reach that high level of consciousness. So now let me move on to a brief introduction of Toastmasters International for our guests. Toastmasters International was founded by the late Dr. Raul C. Smedley in 1924 in Santa Ana, California. His 4 core values is IRSE, which is integrity, respect, service, and excellence. And he always believes that we learn best from moments of enjoyment. And a brief club history is that advanced hashtag ArdentSpeakers was chartered on 14 June 2021 by 3 passionate leaders, Albert Kaur, Don Chu, and Sasi Kumar. The club achieved President's Distinguished status in less than 16 days under the guidance of one of our club mentors, P.T. Ng, supported by our district leader, past district director, Grace Chan. Now, without further ado, I'd like to call upon the grammarian to unmute herself and to introduce the word of the day. Over to you, Wendy Ong.
All right, hi, a very good afternoon. The word of the day is Satori. So some of you have already used it. The meaning is actually a noun, which means understanding, comprehension, or awakening. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Wendy. Next, I'd like to call upon Saduni to introduce her role as a timer.
Hi everyone. So today I'm the timer of today's meeting, and my role is to time your prepared speeches, evaluation sessions, and demo topics. Back to you, Tinsia.
Thank you so much, Saduni.
Unmuted.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so next we will move on to our project speech. I'd like to call upon Daphne Tan. Before I call upon Daphne, I'd like to introduce Daphne as she would like to be introduced as a simple Toastmaster who seeks to improve her oratory skills and help others along the way. She's currently doing her pathways, which is Distinguished Toastmaster, and her topic is planning and tracking with ease. So without further ado, I'd like to call upon Daphne to the stage. Planning and tracking with ease, Daphne Tan. The virtual stage is yours.
When initially I was introduced into the pathway, I found myself at a loss because browsing through the web page or the website of Toastmaster International, somehow I got headache. And I'm not a fan of YouTube at the time. So sorry about that. Despite Alicia may have already made it available for guiding us, but obviously I didn't know how to make use of YouTube. After that, I have to submit my speech project, and I learned along the way and browse through, and I would say like a mouse, squeeze my way through and understand how it goes about in the base camp. After that, I had another difficulty that is in tracking my speeches. Well, I done the speeches because it is online. I have one problem. I did not actually record the date that I delivered the speech. I just register and then I will refer to the agenda that was prepared by different club. Initially, it was at my home club, so I have no problem in tracking because I go step by step in delivering my speech. Eventually, when I go on clubbing, that is where the challenges come in, especially when we come to level 3. because of the many projects that was available. I wanted to do project A, project B, project C, project D. And there were times I actually did 3-4 projects in just the elective, 3-4 elective in level 3. Did I actually keep track? When did I do it? I am sorry to tell you, I did not. At each time I wanted to submit my progress or my completion progress, the report, I had to scroll back to who did I contact when I was doing this project, which club, and what was the date, what was the speech title. In fact, because I never keep track of it. I do not know about you. Maybe you are good at filing, maybe you are good at recording, but obviously that is not in my gene. Or maybe I was too lazy to keep track of it in the first place. Of course, I do admire how Patricia can finish her 11 path. Definitely, she had a good practice of filing and recording. But in my case, it was a challenge to me to do this so-called challenging, yet maybe simple task to many of you. Therefore, what did I did? Eventually, at the early of this year, that is 2023, I only started recording in Excel. The date, the time, the club that I visited, and what role did I take. I did try that, doing that in the past. But eventually, because of the many clubbing that I did during my term as the president in 2021, 2022, basically I was at a loss because I don't really update frequently. This day I did it differently. I update it. In fact, I book it in at once. For example, 30th of October, I'm already being booked. And then even 19th of November, I have already recorded it down in at once because I need to know when is actually my available date to do clubbing. In the past, it was easy. When I see that there were any vacancy, I just sign up, but I never keep track. But now I do it more proper manner. Ladies and gentlemen, did you encounter similar to what I experienced? Of course, for people like Patricia, Alicia, they have no problem because their name ends with Shia, and I guess there are people who actually keep good record. Then, even when the program quality director of mine came to me and shared with me for the project that they are having in District 102, Path to TTM. And one of the basic project is planning your path. Planning our path is easy. Basically, we can actually do it recording, or we can actually go and update it in Basecamp in an on-timely manner, but not for people like me, because I have this, I would say, sorting issue. So it came to me, and suddenly, Satori, I found that this is actually something that I need. And the one that presented to me was in words format. Basically, you have to print it out, or you have to keep it in the file and then type it in whenever you do your project, or whenever you select your project, you have to type in what are the project, what is the level, what is the date. Of course, that is the very basic, right? Everyone has to do it, need to record the date. But selecting the project, do we have to go through the whole thing? It may be confusing. So now I'm embarking on a project, and I am planning to make it more simplified for people like me, so that I just click the drop down, something like drop down menu to select the project, and then just do the recording date, and I can actually refer the equivalent in the Mandarin version easily, because I am doing both languages at the same time. And sometimes I need to do the translation, and I need to look at the whole list and the other list, and then do the matching, which belongs to which. So what I plan to do is something that you just choose a language, and then you select your project, and have it far accordingly. Do I need a team? Yes and no. No in the sense that I'll be doing the thing, the planning and the execution or the preparation of the file. Yes, is that I need team player, people like you, to be my beta user, to be my advisor, whether it is user-friendly or not. After this speech, I hope to get experienced people like all of you, each and every one of you here in Arden, to support me and be my beta user, just like those professionally launched apps or software, they always launch with beta version. And I will need your help in this case. And I look forward after this sharing to have you sign up as my beta user. What is the purpose of this? Basically, it will be shared with all the Toastmasters, and it will be most helpful to those newbie, which I was once upon a time also in that category. And I hope with this ease of tracking, we can actually help others to work their journey in Toastmaster. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Daphne, for giving us a enlightened or a Satori moment in how to plan and track our pathways with ease. Now, without further ado, I'd like to call upon Daphne's evaluator, Swee Sin, to evaluate Daphne. Over to you, Swee Sin.
Thank you so much, everyone. First of all, let's give a round of applause for our speaker, Toastmaster Daphne. Congratulations for your very first distinguished Toastmaster speech. Wow, I saw that you met the purpose statement of your speech, and amazingly, I saw a lot of values and benefits in your speech. So everyone, let's learn from her. So what can we learn in this speech? Like, I learned 3 things that I really love from Toastmaster Daphne. Number 1 thing is, congratulations, you met the project purpose. And number 2 things, which is the most important thing for every member here, because Toastmaster Daphne, she showed us how to discover the tracking, the importance of like tracking and documentation. I also see that like when we record ourselves, our presentation, our speech, our public speaking in front of the people, like when we record it, we can see the great benefits and great growth. So it was very gorgeous growth, Toastmaster Daphne. You just share with in front of every member, so everyone, this is very encouraging by seeing her this track, amazing track. And I really love it. Thank you for encouraging the audience to record, to track the education progress. So everyone, make sure you record the education progress like our speaker, Toastmaster Daphne. This is very interesting. And the second thing, what I love is like in your speech, in her speech, she shared us like 2 things comparing, for example, like the challenges of her, why she couldn't record, but she see amazing leaders in front of her, Patricia, DTM, Alicia. So she just like, and then she tried her best and she shared the solution and she see how she became growing and the benefits of recording on her YouTube also. So that's really amazing. You compare 2 things, the challenges and the solution, and you focus on the solution. So that's great. And the third thing I love is your continuous eye contact to the audience. I believe that like everybody is like looking at you, watching you, and then getting how education progress you are having on your right track. So the eye contact spoke a lot in your speech. So these are the 3 things I love in your speech. You met the project purpose, and then the education progress on recording and on the documentation. And then the third one is eye contact. And here, one suggestion is most of the time, So one thing is like one thing I saw that you were using so many hand gestures. So maybe you can challenge yourself next time to reduce them. And then, and next challenge is to give some slide presentation, like how is your YouTube channel or something like this, you know, you're recording a part of your recording or something like this. When you challenge yourself to give some slide presentation for the audience will visualize it, and then they will love it more and more about you and more inspiration from you. So all in all, I love your speech. Thank you so much. And back to you, our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Sisin. All right, next it will be our table topic session, session to think on your feet. I would like to then hand over control to distinguished Toastmaster Sasi Kumar for him to start the session. Over to you, Sasi.
Hi everyone, thank you for the chance. So I would like to test your intuition today or guess what's the table topics today. Yeah, it's about thinking on your feet, but it's not, I went a mile ahead. It's not only to think on your feet, it's also to guess on your feet. So if, I can't share my screen. Can the host enable?
Now you can share.
Okay, great. So I'm not sure if you all heard about guess the emoji. So I'm going to give you a word, and then you're supposed to talk about that word around the topic or within the topic or even off the topic if you have no idea, right? So what word is that you have to guess on your own? So the only thing I'm going to give is a clue. It's going to be, there's two country category, one movie, and there's two idiom. And then you have to guess what the word or phrase is, and then you can talk about it, around it, or off. Even if you cannot guess, it's okay. Just talk what you perceive. So no worries. You don't need to spend more time on what are you on the guessing part. That's because table topic is more on what you can think of it and talk spontaneously. So can we have volunteers? Let me open the chat. Okay. Can you just open your mic and just say out if you're volunteering? Come on, not that difficult. Except there's one category or one of it. I find it maybe it might be hard to guess. Any volunteers?
Okay, I'll go.
Okay, Alicia, and also we have Patsy. So let me give the first chance to our guest, Alicia. Alicia, which category you want to go for?
Country 1.
Okay, country 1. So this is your emoji.
Well, looking at the S, immediately the closest I can guess is Singapore. And then plus that kind of emoji is it actually meets what I feel inside me. Yes, when think of Singapore, it's not an easy country, I know, although they are very small and tiny. But they hold themselves quite high. That's what I heard. I'm not sure if I have that solid experience, but I heard more, either from the friends or from the news, the movies, and all these things. Nonetheless, I feel that it's not bad to hold yourself up and high with dignity, right? With pride. That's not a bad thing. Actually, it is a very good thing. We should. Nonetheless, when things are over a little too much, then make people feel uncomfortable. When you make people uncomfortable, there is something you need to pause and think, right? Human being is about being comfortable with each other. I used to have a very strong personality. I abdomen of my own opinion. When I say something, I truly believe that it is absolutely right. And I learned my lesson. And someone who have been my good friends, they spoke to me. They know that I can take it. And that's how I
continue to adjust. You need this kind of friend. Speak truth. Tell you with their caring heart, not to damage you. Well, anyway, in the conclusion, my impression of that emoji and the S is Singapore plus some stress. That stress comes from when things is overdone. And it's time, I hope, they can pause and think and adjust themselves, rub against each other and feel more comfortable. Back to you.
Thank you, Alicia. That was a good one. And can we have the next volunteer, which is Patsy, to choose?
Movie, please.
Movie. Okay, so here you go.
What an amazing way for me to choose this subject, movie. My Centauri must be working somehow. That brings all the enlightenment. My fellow Toastmasters, I'm telling you, I don't like to watch movies, believe me. But sometimes I do watch Netflix from time to time. My husband, who is a introverted person, always love those bloody, violent movie. Somehow maybe his Centauri like to expose to something different. For me, I am extroverted, or another way, we never know, depending where you are, right? And not many movies I have fun of. However, few days ago, just had this full moon festival. That reminds me, a person, a simple person like me, actually is a movie. I'm 67 years old. Believe me or not, it's like a filmmaker. Why can't I make my own movie? The age of 11, the age of 28, I got married. The age of 35, I was divorced. And the age of 40, I was doing something again. And the age of 50s, and the age of 55, I went back to the school. It's like a whole movie. My fellows, what is your movie? Don't think that other people can make a better film, because you have the power to make any better film on earth than anybody else, because you are the best filmmaker. Back to my session master, Sasi.
Thank you, Patsy. I think the best thing I heard today is you are the best filmmaker. Thank you. I am. Next, can we have Anna?
Okay, maybe I'll try EDM 2.
EDM 2. Okay. This is the one. Yep.
Is that top? Is that top? Okay, dear fellow Toastmaster fellows, it's very interesting, this emoji subject for me. I use many emoji when, Taiwanese, we love to use the social media Line. In Line, it's very welcome, because there are lots of emoji in Lines. So I use it a lot, but I don't like to download things that is very fashion, that pictures that is very fashion, or very because you keep updating, you will never follow the newest. So I will just keep using the old-fashioned ones, like we can see in our chat room in the Zoom, in the chat room. That these are old fashioned. So I think the old fashioned, you can use it as a very new way. So you don't have to keep following the new pictures. There are too many. There are too many. Although it's very the new things are very cute and very interesting. I would just look at others use it. The point is the idiom. I just saw the tongue and the pen and the pills. Actually, I don't know what the idiom's about. I don't know. I have no idea in my mind in the moment, but I think it's can you guys, anyone have any ideas? You can type in the chat room supporting me, please. But about the emoji, that is all I can think. I can share with you guys right now. Maybe I'll show you some. Lion King. Sorry, I don't understand what that means. Maybe about the new ways to use the pictures, the images. I can share with you later in the chat room. Okay, thank you for the topic, table topic masters in inviting that I can share my ideas here. Thank you.
Thank you. No worries. I think, remember I said there's only one thing I found a bit difficult even for me, and that was idiom too. So next, can we have more volunteers, please? We can have 2 more topics. I think I saw someone in chat.
I think Damon, yeah.
German, which we have idiom 1 and country 2 left. Hello?
Yes.
Yep. So hi Damon. Which
Hi.
one would you like to choose? Country 2?
Country 2. Thank you.
Okay. So your emoji is this.
Wow. Wow, that's challenging. Because first of all, I thought of Iceland, but I think there are fewer trees on the Iceland. And then secondly, I thought about an oasis, but how come an oasis? But how could there be iceberg on an oasis? So I guess this is some kind of a wonderland, maybe. So I thought of Alice in Wonderland. This is what I can think of right now. So yeah, so a wonderland. What I think of a wonderland is this one member she talked of the country Singapore, right? But actually, in my mind, Singapore is a wonderful country, in my opinion, because I think their people are hardworking. They're very competitive in the world. I mean, everyone knows Singapore is a very competitively, either in their workforce or the quality of the nationals. They're quite competitive. Of course, there's always advantage, and there are always advantages and disadvantages to every country. Even the strongest country, United States, there are actually some disadvantages, some bad parts. So in my opinion, I think, because I'm from Taiwan, I think Taiwan is not bad, but there's still some room for improvement. And such wonderland, I think a wonderful country, a country can be match the wonderland. I think it should be both economically and spiritually civil. It's not just a rich country, but the people, they obey the law, they respect each other, and culturally they have a rich culture. So that's what I think of a wonderland, and this what I can derive from the emoji you offered. Thank you.
Thank you, Damon. And we have one more topic, which is another idiom. Is there any takers?
All right, if no one wants to offer themselves, then may I have it?
Yes, Falik, you can definitely have it. Your idiom is... Here you go.
Sorry, it's me or it's Daphne?
Okay, Fali, you go ahead. Fali, you go ahead.
I think because I just came in.
Oh, sorry,
perhaps
sorry.
Yeah, give it to Daphne.
Okay, sorry. I thought because I saw your microphone unmuted, so I thought you are the one who spoke. Okay, go ahead, Daphne.
Raining cats and dog. Well, cat is not the animal that I like. If it's raining dog, I don't mind. Just that it doesn't come along with the pool. Now, what does it mean raining cats and dog? Basically, it is something that is impossible out of the blue. What do you think that actually can be reflected with the idiom raining cats and dog? It's quite challenging because I don't really experience this before. Okay, I hope that you are not having your lunch because I'm going to share one story that the experience, true experience that I had way back about 20 years ago. I was in a rented house. I rented a house, a corner lot, and it was down in Johor Bahru. Therefore, I came home to Penang for the long holiday because sometimes in weekend we have long holiday. Eventually, when I go back to the house, you know what I noticed? It was smelly, pungent smell as I entered the door. I couldn't figure out what was happening, but I know the smell. It was the smell of a carcass or the dead body. Later, my nose brought me to the kitchen, and I didn't know anything or anywhere to look for. Eventually, as I washed the plate, I take a peek down the window. I saw the carcass of a dead cat. Oh my God, what am I going to do with that? I called for help. I called my mom. What should I do? My mom told me just do this and that. And eventually I go get the spray, insecticide. I brought the glove. I brought soap. I scooped some sand and ready. All geared up, ready. And I took a peek. What did I see? Maggots. And I could hear the sound of maggot. Thousands of it. Imagine. What could I do? I couldn't do anything. Nonetheless, luckily the upper energy hurt me. The universe hurt me. And that night, it had a downpour. Wash off. Leaving only furs. And I was safe from doing the dirty work. Back to you.
Thank you, Daphne. That was a good one. So the time is up. So before I would like to hand over to the Toastmaster of the day, I would like to just share the answers. Or I can even open up to everyone for you all to guess. So, but before I move on, I just wanted to emphasize the objective of these table topics of Guess the Emoji version is not to find the right answer, but to test how you can think on your feet and speak, and to make it more challenging. So even if you don't get the answers right, the fact that you spoke of the topic or around the topic or whatever comes to your mind, that was excellent. So in that case, I think all the table topics speakers today did very well. Give yourself a round of applause. So the first one is, any guesses?
Singapore.
It's
Singapore.
Spain. It's Spain. S plus
Okay.
Spain. Spain.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness.
And country 2.
Iceland.
Iceland.
Yes,
Iceland,
Iceland.
Iceland.
The speaker
Yes.
actually got it right.
Yes.
And then idiom 1.
Raining
Raining
cats
cats
and
and dogs.
Correct. Also the speaker got it right. And then idiom 2. Yeah. This one was a bit difficult.
Tongue to
Yes.
taste, is it?
Tongue sharper than the bullet.
Or bite your tongue.
Taste your own medicine.
Or taste your
Oh,
own medicine. Oh, yes.
medicine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And last but not least,
Lion King.
Lion
yes,
King.
this is
Lion
Lion King.
King.
Yeah. Okay, with that, signing off of your table topics master, hand over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Sasi. I had an amazing time actually, and I want to give all the table topic speaker a round of applause. Thank you so much for participating. Next, I'd like to call our table topics evaluator. Oh, sorry. So there's a poll coming up. So please vote for the best table topic speaker.
I think the last speaker
There's
is
a
not
wrong
Falling.
name.
It's
Yeah.
not
wrong,
Falling.
yeah.
I mean, I think
Abi,
I caused the confusion. I apologize.
Okay, sorry. So, okay. Anyway,
Let me, I will share a bit in a bit after
Okay. And next, we'll go to Diana, the table topics evaluator. Over to you, Diana.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Can you hear me? Yeah, good. Okay, can you guys hear me now? Okay, let me try this one. Thank you all to all the brave souls that have tried the table topics today. It is a good way of putting people on their feet. Sasi, thank you so much for all your topics. And for the first speaker, Alicia, you get Singapore, which is wrong, which is okay, but you are quick to explain the reason of your choice. And because of that, because of the stress and Singapore being a very stressful country, so a quick way of thinking on your feet at that point. And I love your enthusiasm of talking about the topics. Singapore is like close to your heart and you understand Singapore so much. You explain Singapore very well up to the reason why you thought Singapore is a stress country. Your speech come to a satori when you put in people need not to be stressed all the time and what we need to do to relieve that stress. So you help giving people call to action on top of your speech. We rarely hear that in the table topics, but congratulations on that. Perhaps you're putting on so much points into the subject. Maybe you can focus on one point to relate to Singapore and then keep that points until your summary. So above all, you give a good speech on the topics. Thank you, Alicia. Second speaker is Patsy. You guess it right, it's a Lion King. And isn't an interesting topic to choose when you don't like movie, but you stress on people becoming a filmmaker of our own movie in life. So as usual, your enthusiasm, your voice projection, your gesture really explain why you explain your choice, you put in your points and you explain your reason why, and you relate back to your personal experience, which is great. And best of all, you summarize all your key points about your table topic speech. So thank you, Patsy. And the third speaker is Anna. A good attempt for trying to guess the idiom emoji. I think that's the hardest one. Thank you, Sasi. But then again, you quick to twist the confusing emoji idioms to your interpretation of emoji topics itself. So you explain the reason why you like emojis and what you do with all those emojis. You even interact with the audience trying to really get to solve the idiom itself. So kudos to that. And because you were thinking so hard on trying to pinpoint what the idiom is, you forgot to summarize your speech of your table topics from your point, the reason, and to why you chose that points. So good attempt. Thank you, Anna. The fourth speaker is Damon. So you guess it right, Iceland. but somehow you don't have so much information on Iceland, and you relate back Iceland to become to being a wonderland, which is true in so many ways. But then you redirect your topic to other country like Singapore, voicing your opinions, and not to forget, you as from Taiwan, you become an ambassador and promoting Taiwan as another country, which is good. You're trying to explain that every country is unique and have their strengths and weaknesses. So you explain your point, you explain your reason, and you explain your own story about your own country, Taiwan. So because you explain so much on Singapore and Taiwan, you again forgot to summarize your points. So that's actually a good way to close your table topic speech. So please do remember that in the next one. So last but not least, our master Daphne, you definitely solved the idiom. It's raining cats and dogs. And I'm glad that you started by explaining every emoji of the cats and the raining and the dogs. And then because you cannot relate so much on the idiom itself of raining cats and dogs, you try to put in your own story, that unforgettable story of yours, and relate back to how rains actually solve the problem that you're having at the time. And I like what you're doing. You have your points ready, you have your personal experience, but because of due time again, you cannot summarize the whole speech. So maybe that's my recommendation to all of you speakers today, except for Patsy, maybe to not forget to summarize back the speech of your topics. So overall, all of you are great speakers in table topics. Thank you for attempting it. And back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Diana, for stepping in as our last minute table topics evaluator to replace Falik. Okay, can I have Alif to bring up the polls again, please? Thank you. So please vote for your best table topic speaker, everyone. Okay, next, as we are all voting, can I now have the R counter report, grammarian and R counter report from Wendy? Over to you, Wendy.
All right, sure. All right, let me just share my screen. I'll go with the R counter report first. So this is what I have gathered so far. Alif, I don't hear any at the moment, and Pat too. So the rest of you, and also Alicia. All right, so one for me. And let's move on to the next, which is the grammarian's report. Let me just hang on. Let me just get this. All right, so for the word of the day, I've heard Tunisia is the winner. She mentioned it 3 times. And congratulations to Patricia, Daphne, Patsy, and Diana. Right, some good words or phrases that I heard so far is from Tunisia. I like the word oratory skills, virtual stage, and we have Suisin with her word gorgeous growth. All right, that's the double G. I like it if it's doubled. And they hold themselves up and high from Alicia, and a demon also from Alicia. You are the best filmmaker. Okay, that was Patsy. Yes. Raining cats and dogs, definitely. That is actually, or rather from Sasi Kumar. It's actually, the meaning means raining heavily. Out of the blue, definitely mentioned. It means unexpectedly. Both are idioms. And the word maggot is pronounced as maggot, definitely. And also the word carcass, all right, from Daphne. And taste your own medicine from our table topic, Master Sasi Kumar. And last but not least, the word came from Diana. All right, next, some words for improvement is basically on the grammar part. I would like to just highlight more on you should be using the past tense rather than the present tense. All right, words like somehow I got headache. It should be somehow I had a headache. Understand how it goes about. Perhaps we could make it understand how it went. Eventually, when I go on clubbing, eventually when I went clubbing, where did I do? It should be where did I do? What did I do, right? When is the actual day? One of the basic project should be was, yeah. Share you should be share with you. It was now in Johor. It should take out the now. It was in Johor. Eventually I go, it should be eventually I went. You did a good speech. You give a good speech, it should be you gave a good speech. You did it right, it should be you got it right. Right, over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much. Next, can I have the timer, Sanduni, to give us the quick report of the time? Over to you, Sanduni. Sanduni?
We can't hear you. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I think Sanduni's screen is frozen. It's okay. Let's move on to she can put it on the chat box then. Is it okay, Madam President, if we continue due to time constraint?
Yes, please do so. Thank you.
All right. Next, we're going to have members and guest feedback. We're going to cut it short. Can I have two of our guests that has come in? Maybe I can have Anna to share your thoughts on our meeting for today. Anna?
Oh, thank you, Tanisha. I was really very happy to join today. And I gave it a try to do the table topics. That is my first time speak here. Yeah. I feel very here is a very warm and energetic place. So every time I joined, if I'm relaxed, I feel I can give I got a lot of feedback. But if I was too busy before, I cannot really that enjoy. So I will try my best to schedule my time to relax myself here more and more. Yeah, thank you for all of you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Anna. Next, I do know that Falik just joined in. So can I have invite Falik to the floor to say a few words? Over to you, Falik.
First of all, apologize because of work commitment that came in last minute. It's fun to be here as always, even though it's just halfway through. I think I would attempt that table topic just now, but I don't know what's the meaning of the word Satori, so I don't want to go and find what is it. So I said, it's okay. Daphne said it first, so let's give it to Daphne. So see you next week, next time, I guess. Thank you, Janissa.
Thank you, Falik. Okay, and that's all the time we have. Next, can I call Patsy to do a group photo with us, Patsy?
Definitely. Actually, I'm actually in the middle of a screenshot. That's a great timing. Okay, guys, fellows, please switch on your camera. Just like Alif has a song up, whatever the gesture you like. Cherry, if you are able to switch on the camera, you're welcome. And how about Albert and Servine? Okay, great. Okay, I'm gonna just count 1, 2, 3. I believe one photo will be okay because only 5 minutes left. 1, beautiful Monday, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely, it's a beautiful Monday. And 2, and 3, smile. Thank you. Back to our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Patsy. Okay, so that's all the time that I have. I will be now passing over the control back to our Madam President, Patricia Yap, for the awards presentation and closing address. Over to you, Madam.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Did you enjoy your lunch meeting today? If you did, quickly type in the chat box. Give me 5 if you're really happy. If you're just so, give me a 3, all right? But certainly a big round of applause to our Toastmaster of the day, Tanisha. Thank you so much for letting us feel the power of intuition, especially during the table topics. I know it's so hard. I was like, trying to figure what it is. But I guess when you really act on your intuition, you are courageous to really step out and do whatever it takes to explain yourself, to do your best. And I want to applaud all your 5 fantastic table topic speakers for being here. Do stay back for a quick session so that we can chat longer, because certainly it is our interest to end the meeting on time and in time. With this, I also want to applaud Sanduni for being here, even though she was having connectivity issue, but she is now with us again. Thank you so much, Sanduni. Now, I'm sure all of you are very excited. So who the best table topic speaker is? So with this, each of you, the 5 of you, will stand 20% of the chance by voted the best table topic speaker. And the award, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please. It goes to ding, ding, ding. Who is the best table topic? Wow, Distinguished Toastmaster Alicia Tay. Ladies and gentlemen, let's spotlight Alicia and spotlight myself as well. Let's take a group photo. Thank you so much for being our guest, and certainly heartiest congratulations on winning the best table topic speaker. All right, let's have Patsy. Yes.
Congratulations, Alicia. I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, yes. 2, and 3. Smile. Great. Okay, back to you. Thanks.
Thank you. Because I can't see Alicia on the screen, but I'm sure she is on the screen. Okay, also, we want to thank all our role players, our rockstar role players for being here. Toastmaster Day Tinisa, our speaker Daphne, our Suisin. Suisin, can you just add another Suisin Tweety HTWE? Let's do that amendment quickly. Alif, if you are able to. Yeah. And certainly
what? I was spotlighting.
Thank you. So it's quite a challenge, but certainly we adore you, Alif, for serving all of us. And also our Sasi Kumar and our Wendy as art counter, and certainly Sanduni. So let's do this quickly. I'm sure we are here for perfection. Spotlight everybody and get the HTWE. Is there already, Alif?
Okay, yeah. Let me spotlight everyone first.
Yes.
Yeah, they need to share the screen. Do we need to share the screen for the certificates, Alif?
Yes. Yes. A moment.
Okay.
Yes.
Now.
Wow, I'm very stressed already now.
Oh,
stay
1 moment
calm.
left. Oh, wow. Okay,
calm.
I'm gonna count 1,
Hey,
2.
sorry, not yet.
Not yet. Who's missing?
The set is missing.
Oh, okay. Now, are we ready? Okay, 1, 2. Yes, 3. Thank you. Over to you. Great.
Thank you so much to our amazing rockstar role players, and certainly to all our guests. Yes, the time now is 1:30, so we will gladly adjourn the meeting. Thank you so much for being here. But now is the time I want to invite all of you to please stay back. We're going to off the recording button right now so we can really share for the next 5